for your seventh or eighth season, is it, for the Moles?
Yeah, it's yeah, I reckon it's 7 or 8 seasons anyway. Feels like a long time. Seen a lot of changes to the to this place in the 7 or 8 years I've been here. But in fairness, I think a lot of the players in the squad have actually been here for at least 5 seasons. Ryan Millwood himself, Carl Withers, Gary Calloway. So yeah, it's quite a familiar looking team really.
And you've obviously been here about second longest as far as I can see. You played your 200th game last season, but we missed celebrating it, unfortunately.
Yeah, that's a shame. I would have thought I got something for that. But no, I think only Carl would have played. Only Carl Withers would have played more. I think he was here for a couple of seasons before I got here. Funny enough, Richard Whitty's just returned. Got me down here from Bracknell Town many moons ago now. So yeah, it's. Like I say, the changes I've seen in those 220 games, from being a very average side in Division 1 East with a poor pitch, no floodlights, no stand, to what you see today, it's pretty impressive actually. It's been really brilliant to be a part of it.
So you're obviously a big part of the successful Division 1 East side. Did you find the step up a big challenge?
I think when we played the bigger teams when we were in Division 1 East, we were all able to raise our games because we were decent players, we had a decent team. Sorry. Sorry, I just turned down £50 a week there. But, anything to stay at bins. Yeah, it was not the quality of the teams, but it's how many of them you play, because you could have 7, 8, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 games in a row where you're playing decent opposition and you had to constantly be on the top of your game. And from Division 1 East, where you maybe had no more than 5, 10 tough games a year, all of a sudden you had 20, 25 very difficult games. So yeah, it was more about consistency than quality, I think.
And was Binfield your first senior club, or did you say you were at Bracknell for a little while first?
Yeah, I started at Guildford and Godalming when I was young. I made my debut there, but obviously I didn't drive then, the travelling was too much, and Ben Edwards actually played a little bit last year. He got me down at Bracknell. And I don't know how many first team games I had. No, I mean not many. No, not many than sort of, I wouldn't have thought 15, 20 games or so. And then I say Richard Whitty joined here, and I came thereafter. I had a bit of an injury at Bracknell Town and missed a full season, and I think trying to get fit to Bracknell Town level again, because they were a couple of divisions above us at the time, would have been difficult. So yeah, that's how I found myself down here.
So I mean, looking back on last season, we had some great games, but anything in particular stood out in your mind?
It was great for the FA Cup game, although it was an unfavourable result, lost 3-0, and for all intents and purposes we weren't really in the game at any point. I know it was 0-0 at half time, but we never really looked like scoring ourselves. But being part of the big FA Cup game, in front of what was probably a record crowd down here, was brilliant and was a highlight of the season, even if the result didn't go our way. And having gone down to the bookies in the morning and seeing Binfield in the as part of the accumulator was a pretty good feeling.
How much money did you lose on us?
Yeah, do you know what? I'm a gambling man, and I looked at the odds, and I really wanted to back us to lose because I thought it looked like easy money. And not only that, I could sort of almost help the result. If we really needed a goal, I could just throw in a pull back pass, But no, I didn't want to. I didn't back against us, but the odds didn't look too favourable for me to put too much money down on us to win either. But that aside, I think some of the games down here at home that really stood out. The Shortwood game at the end of the year, well, the Shortwood away game when they were 3-0 up, and they looked the best team that I'd seen or played against for some time, and they come back to 3-0 was pretty good. So I'd say of the 2 games, the Shortwood home and away were the 2 of the most pleasing games that I was involved in.
And do you look forward to pre-season when you've got just sort of 9 days before you'll get back into it?
Yeah, I absolutely love pre-season. I mean, I try and do a few bits and pieces between the end of the season and the start of pre-season, because there's nothing worse than coming straight into it and really struggling to find your feet. But I think it's brilliant. I love it when all the lads get together. You haven't seen them for a few weeks, and you got 20, 30 lads all come together. We all know each other well, all getting fit. Pre-season games almost start as soon as training starts as well. So yeah, I absolutely love it. I'm looking forward to it.
So you're up for a big season. I mean, you finished the season a lot better than you perhaps started it, didn't you? So
yeah, I think that's I think it's fair. I can't argue with you. But the last couple of months of the season, were probably my better months, and I really enjoyed it. And it's a real shame that you know, probably 2 away games in the last, 7 or 8 games of the season where we drew them instead of winning them, cost us the league title, and I'm really hoping we can put it right this season.
So anything you think we need to do differently just to go that one better?
Well, you know, I wouldn't want to single out any individual players, but I will do in saying that when Luke signed, I think he gave us so much more. He just looked like we had so much quality down both flanks. You know, when you had Jack playing down the left and you had Luke down the right, and I played down the left and Luke again on the right, and you just had enough pace, and you had goals in with Luke as well. So if he'd have signed earlier, if I'm being honest, I think we'd have probably gone on to win the league, and I'd be very surprised if we've got the same team as last year, the strikers scoring the goals they scored, you know, Luke doing exactly what he done last year, and obviously the back four just being as steady as ever. I'll be very, very surprised if we don't win the league this year.
Okay, well that's good news, and we all think Luke's coming back, hoping to talk to him quite soon.
It's Jack Tao by a million miles. He has to work hard, because if he doesn't, his old man is right in his case. So yeah, it has to be. It's got to be him. The worst trainer. Well, there's 2 candidates. There's Cole Davis, because from recollection he didn't turn up last year, so hardly any. So yeah, it'd be one, but probably James Suarez. I mean, he turns up, doesn't even look like he's ready to run about. He's got all his winter clothes on, scarves, 4 pairs of jogging bottoms, 8 pairs of socks. He does not look like he's interested, and normally he's not. Cole Davis, I'd imagine. Yeah, well, he thinks he's funny. I'm a little bit bored of his jokes. He has the same sort of 6 jokes that we've been hearing all season, but yeah, probably him more than anyone else. Biggest moaner? Probably me and Withers, but only at each other. Oh, Pear's brilliant. I had a few games where he played left back, and a couple of games where I was right wing and he played right back. And if there's a player you want behind you, it's Pear. But you know, for me, he was probably my player of the season, just because of his work rate, work ethic, and you know, you put him in any position on the park, and he's normally your best player. So yeah, James Partridge. Probably Luke's probably got the quickest feet, but for someone who's good fun to watch at training, probably Jack Tao again. He's got some proper skills. I don't see him doing on the pitch too often, but yeah, he's probably got the most skills in his locker. It's got to be me, innit? That's why I'm nicknamed Killer.
That's it, obviously.
It's probably Ryan Millwood, but he lacks so much common sense. I don't want to give it to him, so I'm gonna go. I'm already going to say Cole Withers. It's Jack Tao. He's fucking stupid.
Right.
Killer. Oh, Tin Man. For JP. That's probably Nebs, isn't it? But I don't want to give Nebs anything. He's the best rapper. Yeah, go on, I'll go with Nebs. The longest in the shower. Well, it was Callum before he left. Callum, he was pretty big. If Callum ever sees this, you know I'm joking. No, it's Posey. He's absolutely... Well, yeah, he takes a long time in the shower, let's put it that way.
Well, thanks for coming and talking to us, Wingy. Look forward to seeing you in pre-season in a few weeks.
Thank you.